everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome back to our channel. Today I thought I would sit down and talk a little bit about some vlogs that you're going to be seeing very soon, and that will be our big family holiday. We are nearly in single digits, so it is coming up super quickly now. I wanted to talk a little bit about our plans, how we booked, what we're doing when we're there, just a little bit of an insight of what you are going to see within the vlogs. And if you're thinking of doing a big trip to Disney World, if you didn't know already, this may help you as well. You may hear some noise in the background because obviously the door to my bedroom is open. Depending how loud the boys get, I'll leave it open or I may close it during this video. That reminds me as well, if you are new here, then hello, welcome. I'm Serena. We are a family of 5. We enjoy making fun content of our adventures, our outings. We are Merlin pass holders, so we're always going out to the parks here in the UK. But this summer we are going away to Disney World, and I wanted to include that on our channel as well. So do hit subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have been before, if you are gonna go, or just like to watch these type of videos. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into it. I hope it's not gonna be a too long, rambly video. I haven't done a sit down video like this in absolutely ages, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But before we start, there is one thing that is needed. Disney ears. As it is a Disney video, we cannot start it without some Disney ears. So I think I'm going to start with booking, where we booked, who we are going with, and that sort of information. And I'll talk a little bit, I suppose, about the things that I've had to do before going. So if you are planning a trip, it will help you. And then I'll go into our plans. This trip has actually been on the cards for many years. I've always said that I would like to take the boys to Florida, and when myself and Charlie were discussing it, we tried to think of a good time to go, and it always came back to 2022 was sort of the year that would work out well. It's the summer before Jude starts school, it's the summer before Taylor has to really knuckle down because he'll be going into year 11 where he does his GCSEs. We are also going with my nan and my mum, so they are joining us. My brother was planning on coming, but due to the pandemic and everything, he had to cancel. So we have actually booked with a little small company here in the UK called Ever After Holidays. We are flying out of Heathrow with Virgin Atlantic. Because we are going from Heathrow and we live Kent, it is quite a travel to Heathrow, so we decided to stay in a hotel the night before and then fly out obviously the following morning. We haven't upgraded our seats. This is something that I was thinking about doing prior to booking. Obviously with the whole pandemic, prices have gone like flying high, and it just wasn't in our budget to do so. I've realised I haven't spoke about how long our holiday is actually for. I should have said that at the beginning really, but we're going for 21 days and we're doing a split stay. So we're going to be doing 2 weeks at Disney World and then a week at Universal. We will be staying on site at both. I'm not going to be letting you know what hotels we're staying at, but you will see in the vlogs obviously coming up. We actually have a private transfer from the airport to take us to Disney World and then from Universal back to the airport. Now the reason why we have gone for the private transfer, we weren't originally going to do this, but this is one of the things that has changed from when we booked. But you used to get the Magical Express, what was a free transportation service that Disney did from the airport to take you to Disney World hotels. This is no longer the case. It's now called Mears Connect and you have to pay per person. When we found out the price of that, I weighed it up and I was like, maybe a private transfer will be better. And also because where we will be going from Universal to the airport, we would have only been paying a single fare with Mears Connect to get us to Disney World, and then we would have had to do an Uber or private transfer from Universal back to the airport. and Ever After Holidays helped me with this, and they said, yeah, you're definitely right. Doing a private transfer both ways would work out cheaper than doing a Mears Connect and then a private transfer. Another thing that has changed is the whole fast passes situation. You used to get 3 fast passes a day per person if you were staying at a Disney World resort. This is no longer the case. You now have Disney Genie Plus, what again is now an added cost. When this came about, I did a lot of research, and that is all I can recommend for you if you are planning a trip, is definitely do your research. So I did that with the Disney Genie Plus, and at the time, when it first came out, if you were staying at a Disney World resort and you pre-booked the Disney Genie Plus, you got it at a discount rate. So this was something that I spoke to my mum and Nan and obviously Charlie about, and we decided to go ahead with it. So Disney Genie Plus, I think, works out at like $15 plus VAT or tax, how they say it in America, per day. We got it for $6.99. To pre-book it, you had to book for your whole duration of stay. So that's what we decided to do. Another thing that I have done before going is our dining reservation. So you are able to do this 60 days in advance of your first day that you get there. Something with the 60-day dining reservation that I didn't know, that I've never heard anyone speak about, is you can only book, even though I'm there for 14 days, or if you're going for 14 days, you can only actually book up to day 10. From there, you have to log on every day to do day 11. Then the next day you log back on and do day 12, and so on. I actually found it really simple. The Disney, what's it called? Disney Experience app, there you go, is really simple to use, whether or not you're using it on a computer or on the app. I have done both. When I was booking, I had all my days written out on where I wanted to eat on them days and at what sort of time, and then I put them into categories of like the most popular to the not so popular. Another thing that you now have to do is park reservations. So this was never a thing. You were able to just turn up to a park on the day that you wanted to, but now you have to do your park reservations. So decide what day you're going to what park. I actually quite like just going, okay, we're going to this park, and sort of having a plan in your own head of where you want to head, decide where you're walking or what, you know, rides you want to aim for that day. So I think I've spoken about everything with whole booking and stuff like that. If there is anything that you would like to know that maybe I haven't spoken about, do leave me a comment down below and I will try and answer them the best that I can. Moving on to, I suppose, our Disney World plans. On my piece of paper, I'll just read a little bit about what we've got on here. Obviously, I won't be showing you because there's dates and times and things like that on there, and that I've already said I don't really want to go into detail with, obviously privacy and safety reasons. Day 1, obviously, is our travel day, so getting out there. I've just got our flight times, when we take off and when we land, and then really I've just wrote down that we're going to have dinner at our resort. I know quite a lot of people either go to Disney Springs for dinner, or even if they're really brave, go into the parks. We're not going to do that on day 1. We are actually just going to take it really chilled. Obviously it's a really long flight, especially for the kids. This is actually going to be the first time that Jude's ever gone on an aeroplane as well, and so I'm quite nervous for that. We've gone full steam ahead, and not just with a short flight, we've gone like, you know, full in for his first flight. I am going to do a family essentials video after this one. Yeah, I've just got loads of things packed for the flight. That's actually a point. I'm going to do another video when we're on the aircraft. It's just really useful to see them videos and just try and give you as much information of what I learn throughout the trip that I've actually been unable to find myself. Lots of content. If you have any other suggestions of what you would like to see in separate videos, then definitely let me know and leave them down in the comments. So day 1, we've just left it really like quite simple. We're just going to have dinner at our resort. My mum, myself and my nan do want to go to Walmart. There is one quite close to where we're staying on Disney property, and hopefully just be able to get an Uber there, just to get like water, milk, snacks. While we're doing that, I think the boys are going to go for a swim, try and keep them awake. Like, that's one thing that I'm saying to my husband: keep the kids awake, don't let them go to sleep. Do something to keep yourself awake. Walk around the resort, go swimming, anything. And obviously being stuck on a plane for several hours, the boys will probably really enjoy it, a good swim, and it's keeping them awake as well. Someone actually suggested that to me on Instagram, and I was like, yes, that's a really good idea, so thank you to that person. Our next day, our first day, of course, had to be go to Magic Kingdom. So we got a Magic Kingdom day, and then on there I've just put the magic hours that the park's open. The first one that I've put down there is head to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because this is not a Disney Genie Plus that we've paid for. It's a lightning lane, what means there is even more of an added cost to that, so you pay per person for that ride, and we've decided that we're not going to do that. So we're going to try and aim for that first thing in the morning. I've got like little charts on my piece of paper of other things. I've got ideal rides and things in between. Ideal rides, I've sort of put things of that we can ride all together as a family. Peter Pan, love that ride. Under the Sea, Small World. Now, you either love it or you hate it, a bit like Marmite. But to me, it's not a Disney trip without Small World. Barnstormer, Dumbo, Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Haunted Mansion, Buzz Lightyear, Spin. So yeah, I've got some ideas down there on the rides. Obviously, I'm not taking this piece of paper into the parks with me every day, but it's just something for me to look at in the morning. And then I've got things in between, and these things are the things that don't really have long queues normally, or things for us to go inside and get out of the heat. So I've got like cool down things. I've got Mickey's Feel Our Magic, what's a show, Casey's Splash Zone, what I think like Jude and Freddie are going to absolutely love. But there's loads of seats there, what's ideal for my nan to just sit and rest, and for us all to sit and rest, and you get like splashes of water, what I can imagine being really nice. And the Liberty Bell boat, what goes around the Magic Kingdom's lake. So we definitely want to do that. We've done that one at Paris, so that's like on things in between to do. Mad Hatter's Tea Party, what's the Spinning Cups, and the Carousel, because they're like sort of jump on rides. So they're the things that I've got like written down for every day. So there's nothing like set in stone of what to do, but they're just ideas. Not got anything planned. Like, I didn't make any reservations for that day, because we don't know how we're going to feel. We don't know what time zone we're going to be in, type of thing. You know, I've really let our bodies settle and not have too many plans. So I made no dinner reservations for our first day either. We're just going to take it really easy. If we find something that we want to eat in the park, then we will do. If not, we just go back to our resort and have dinner there. Day 2, we are at Animal Kingdom. Again, we're still going to be quite jet lagged, so we're going to be up early again, and magic hours start at like 7:30. So that one I have made a reservation for, and we've got our breakfast at Tusker House, what's a character breakfast. The things that haven't returned back to Orlando yet are like the buffets. Some restaurants have gone back to a buffet where you can actually go up and help yourself, but some restaurants haven't, and I think Tusker House is one of them, and they still are bringing it in a, I think they call it a skillet, I might be wrong, but it's like basically a big metal dish, and everything's in there, and you get like your Mickey waffles, your eggs, your bacon, breakfast potatoes they call them, and yeah, and you get jungle juice. I'm really looking forward to that because it's in Animal Kingdom. It's like safari themed. I'm not doing too many character meals because one, they're really expensive. Tusker House is, I've got the price down here as well, $42 for an adult plus tax, and then obviously your tips on top. Yeah, and then again, I've just got some ideal rides that we want to do and things to do in between, like all the different shows. So you have the Festival of Lion King at Animal Kingdom, and I've got all the times written down there of the shows, so I've got them with me so I know the times. And with Disney Genie Plus, we can reserve one as well, what's ideal, especially like the 12:30 one when it's like the hottest period of the day. I can reserve to go because there is 7 of us. I do feel that that's going to be handy so that we're not all queuing for a long period of time. When you've booked a Lightning Lane with the Disney Genie Plus, you're able to just turn up like 10-15 minutes before the actual show instead of lining up in hot sunshine as well for the show half an hour, 40 minutes before. So that will be a good one to do as well. Day 4 is an actual special day for myself and Charlie. It's our wedding anniversary and we'll be in Epcot that day. Something really fun that's going on when we're there is food and wine, so we've been watching vlogs of that at the moment, everyone trying all the food, and we've got little lists of the things that we really want to try. And we've got dinner at Tapenado that night, what is in Japan, where they cook the food in front of you, so that'll be really exciting. Yeah, I think the boys are going to really enjoy that. It's like a little bit of a display going on while you're having your dinner cooked for you. We want to buy the kids the passport, where each country that they go around the World Showcase, they get like their name written and they get a stamp and they get told some really cool facts about that country. So it's a learning thing as well for the kids. So yeah, that would be really fun to do. And then they're also doing a hide and squeak, Remy's hide and squeak. So there's little figurines of Remy in each country in the showcase, and they've got to find the Remy, and he's holding either like a vegetable or a piece of food, and then when they find it they take the sticker off and then they put it on the country that it's in, and then they get like a little souvenir cup or something. So we'll be doing that as well for the kids. It's just something to keep them entertained while, you know, the grown-ups are going around the world. We'll be taking in the scenery and, you know, the smells and everything, like the food and stuff. There isn't going to be that much, I suppose, in the food and wine that the boys are going to like to try. When I say the boys, probably the younger two. Taylor's obviously going to really enjoy it and probably try the food, whereas the younger two aren't going to want to do that as much. Even though we're going to be trying the food and wine in the areas from around the world, I do still have dinners and things booked for the boys, and even if we just go in and get the aircon, and that was the most important thing for us, that we still book for one sit down meal a day, just to get that time to rest, cool down in the aircon. Storm season as well, like there are going to be downpours, we know that, we're going to be prepared for that. And then our day 5 we're at Hollywood Studios, so then by that point we would have done all 4 parks. Again, I've just got the things that we want to do. We've got dinner at Sci-Fi Diner, what we're really looking forward to. So that one, you sit like in a movie theatre, that's the best way that I can sort of describe it. Like in an American drive-through, you're sitting in a car, you've got a screen. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually sit in a car, because I think it only holds 6 and there's 7 of us, so we might actually sit at a table. But it's all about being in there, experience it. We still see the movie on the big screen, and yeah, so that would be something different as well. And then yeah, we just then start going back through the parks, and we're back at Magic Kingdom on day 6, Hollywood Studios day 7, day 8 Epcot, Magic Kingdom. I'm not going to go through all our whole plans because obviously that would be so long and winded, but I'll just tell you what restaurants we're going at. Breakfast at Steakhouse 71, what's in the Contemporary, what is a resort close to Magic Kingdom, so we're able to do the monorail. I've also tried to do that as well, so you've got the ferry boats, you've got the monorail, you've got the Skyliner, and obviously the buses, so we're going to try and experience all of them. We've got dinner at Homecoming at Disney Springs. I've heard really good stuff about that. Dinner at Ohana. Everyone goes on about the Ohana dinner. The breakfast is really good as well because you get to meet Lilo and Stitch. I think that has only just come back or is coming back. Dinner at Via Napoli in Italy. I thought that was a really good choice. My kids are big pasta and pizza fans, bolognese and you name it. So that's another Epcot day. Their starters are really good, or they do like big salads and stuff like that, so I thought if like myself, my mum, my nan, Charlie have eaten a lot around the showcase, then we can just get something small to share, or like a pizza and have a couple of slices each, but the kids can still have a main dinner. We've got Grand Floridian Caf one day, so that's at the Grand Floridian. Amazing resort. I would love to stay there, but it's very, very expensive. They have a piano player there from 5 p.m. I think it is. Have I wrote it down? 4 p.m. I've wrote it down on my thing so I know. Just looks like a stunning resort, so be able to show you like the resort, and yeah, just something different to get away from the park, and that's what I meant by like sort of taking yourself outside of the Disney bubble, but you're not like really outside, but experiencing other things other than the park. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we've got the Rainforest Cafe, what's at Animal Kingdom. So we've eaten at the one at Paris. I think myself and Charlie ate at one at Las Vegas as well. And we got Topolino's Terrace. Apparently the food is amazing, and what I've seen on people's vlogs, it just looks lovely, and that's a character breakfast again. So we get to meet all the Fab Five again at that one. Day 12, we've actually got breakfast at a restaurant on the Broadwalk, so we're going to be able to go along there. I think you can get a boat. I think I've got that written down, yeah, a boat to Epcot from there. We've got Liberty Tree Tavern at Magic Kingdom, what looked really, really nice. I wanted to go to the one at Wilderness Lodge, but their dinner didn't start until like 5 p.m. And the days that we were at Magic Kingdom, one thing I haven't spoken about is, funny enough, I booked all our Magic Kingdom days on the days that the Halloween Mickey's Not So Scary, is it called, or Boo Bash. They keep changing the names due to the pandemic. They changed the name, so I can't remember what one it's actually called. But yeah, all the days that I booked Magic Kingdom were the days of the Halloween parties. So basically our Magic Kingdom days are going to be cut short because you have to be out of the park by 6 p.m. and the people that are coming for the party can arrive from 4. So I can imagine Magic Kingdom being really busy from like 4 p.m. So them days, either we're going to Disney Springs one day, or we're leaving and doing a pool afternoon and then going to another park in the evening, because you're able to still park hop, but after 2 p.m. just as it's getting busy, we're going for something to eat. Then as we come out, it will probably be like the start of the party, and then we're going to have to exit, but that's fine. And then we've got sort of a chilled evening that day. But yeah, all our Magic Kingdom days are the days of the party, and we're not going to be doing that. We were umming and ahhing about it, but again, it was another extra cost, and I think it was like $109 for the adults. So it's not cheap, and obviously there's 7 of us. And then the last and final day, we've got breakfast at Animal Kingdom. And I've got some things written down. I've got other restaurants like Flame Tree Barbecue to try at Animal Kingdom, because I know Charlie will really like that, and Taylor. Our last and final day at Disney before we head to Universal, I have booked for Hollywood Studios. I haven't put anything down to go to Hollywood Studios, but just depends on how the holiday's gone, whether or not we go. I don't know, but I've actually got down that we're going to go to Disney Springs. We're only going to be visiting one other time really, and that's only going to be in an evening after Magic Kingdom, so we might be a bit tired to do all the shops that day. So I thought, while we're nice and refreshed, we can't get into our hotel room at Universal until 2. We've got to be out of our resort at Disney at 10, so we're going to have a bit of time. And we'd like to try either Blaze Pizza or Deluxe Burger at Disney Springs. So that's on the list for there. And then, yeah, head to Universal. We don't really have too much plans. We're just going to take it nice and easy. As I said, we'll hopefully be used to the heat of Florida. And we don't want to knacker ourselves out. It is a vacation after all. I'm going to leave this video here. I hope it hasn't been too long and rambly, but I've been sitting here filming forever, so it probably is. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed it. It gives you a little bit of an insight of what's gonna be coming to the channel with the vlogs. I hope you're all very excited, and do make sure, if you don't already, follow me on Facebook. If you don't have Instagram, if you do have Instagram, follow me on Instagram, because I'll be uploading lots of pictures and stories and reels, I'm sure, when we're there. Stay tuned for the vlogs, but also like for our family essentials, things that I've learned through watching other people, and things that I'm taking for us that I would take when we went abroad years ago, I'm taking again. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you ever so much for watching. Do hit subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.